Hi, my name is Hannah Hodgson, and today I'll be talking about ethics and biblical worldview in terms of ethics. So, to start, we need to understand what ethics is. And ethics is the fundamental ideas that guide humans to what they should be doing in situations presented to them where good and evil are divided. So, not necessarily going to be a black and white situation where we're told do this, do that. Ethics kind of guides us when we're in that gray and fuzzy situation into how we should react. In the professional world, these are the code and rules that govern professional behavior. And then we have John 16:13 that states, "Howbeit, when he, the Spirit of truth, is come, he will guide you into all truth. For he shall not speak of himself, but whatsoever he shall hear, that he shall speak, and he will show you things to come." So the Spirit of truth represents ethics pretty well, I would say, because the spirit of truth is listening to what's going on. Spirit of truth is responding to what you said, and then the spirit of truth is kind of guiding you into what you should or should not be doing, and it is showing you how to respond in a good way rather than a quote unquote evil way. In instructional design in the educational community, we have the Association for Educational Communications and Technology, AECT. It's a group that created the Code of Ethics that provides a guide for professional practice. This guide is split into three different sections. So we have commitment to the individual, commitment to the society, and commitment to the profession. This code is used to engage in instructional technology practices and other professional practices so that instructional designers and other educators are able to follow an outline of what they should and should not be doing in those three sections. I should just say what they should be doing. Ethical decisions can be gray and fuzzy, and that's why we have the Code of Ethics. It assists professionals in determining how to handle certain situations, and then it promotes self reflection on their professional practices. So, if a teacher reacted a certain way to another teacher not obeying copyright laws, then the teacher would be able to self reflect on how they react to a certain situation or why they chose not to follow copyright laws and how are they going to fix that in the future. And that's what the code of ethic promotes, is just reflecting on situations that are presented. So we have three different main ideas in each of the three different sections of the code of ethics. So to start, we're going to look at commitment to the profession. Three of our characteristics are professional interactions, research and dissemination, responsibilities related to copyright. So we're looking at how are other professionals interacting with other professionals? Are we aware of what's being said? Are we being respectful in our demeanor and our tone? And are we aware that something we could say could go the wrong way and we're going to have a positive or negative reaction to what we said? So, are we remaining professional and respectful to our colleagues when we're talking to them, even if we don't like them? The other big one that I think needs to be discussed is the responsibilities related to copyright, because this always makes me remember if teachers pay teachers. A lot of teachers purchase other resources made by other teachers that they're selling. And sometimes those teachers that purchase a resource will willingly share it with others when it very specifically states that we're not allowed to be sharing the resource with other teachers because of copyright laws. And it'll tell you when you purchase it that you only purchase one license. If you want to share it with others, they also need to purchase a license. And that's what commitment to the profession is. Commitment to the individual, we're looking at technology and resources, diversity, and personal rights. Personal rights is just being aware that you do have personal rights in certain situations, that you need to know what your rights are in order to stay on track with your view on ethics and stay on track with the code of ethics. You also need to be able to evaluate technology and resources how you see fit for your classroom. So if I was going to implement a new resource in my classroom starting tomorrow, I would need to be able to evaluate it correctly and make sure that it stays true to my ethics, my school's ethics, and that I am meeting all of my students' needs and I'm making it accessible for all of my students, and that it reaches all the students that have different needs. So that kind of goes into technology and resources and diversity, because I need to make sure what I'm using meets all those different IEPs and 504s that I have in the classroom that I need to address. Then we have the commitment to the society, which is representation, personal gain, and professional service. So a lot of this is educators being able to represent themselves in a school district outside of the regular school day in a positive manner, which does get tough sometimes because teachers do work in the districts, teachers do live in the districts that they work in, but educators need to remember that they need to represent their school in a positive manner. And then we have a Bible verse that goes with each one of these categories, we'll say. So commitment to the profession, we have Romans 12:10. Be kindly affectioned one to another with brotherly love and honor, preferring one another. So this is just reiterating that we need to remain professional with our colleagues so that our students see that we are being professional even if we don't like the other individual. But students need to see that positive, professional, and respectful conversations occurring in professional manners. Then we have commitment to the individual, where James 2:1 says, "My brethren, have not the faith of our Lord Jesus Christ, the Lord of glory, with respect of persons." So that's just saying to stay true to yourself, make sure you're following your individual goals and you are meeting your students' individual needs. And as long as you are following your code of ethics, you will continue to succeed. Then we have the commitment to society, where Ephesians 4:25 states, "Wherefore, putting away lying, speak every man truth with his neighbor, for we are members one of another." So this is being able to represent the school in a positive manner outside of the classroom and outside of the workday, that we're able to run into parents out in public and still have a positive conversation and represent the school in a positive manner, because there are some teachers that live in the community that they work in, and parents may be their neighbors. And they're my resources.